Cancer, hi, welcome to your weekly reading. This week's reading is all about soulmates, all right? So let's see what we got for you. Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. And if you're coming back, welcome back. My name is Adrian. I'm a psychic medium, holistic wellness practitioner. And I do a weekly reading for you for all the different zodiac signs. So this one obviously for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Ascending for Cancer. And we are focusing on soulmates. We're focusing on love because, when the love works, the rest of the, the rest of everything else seems to be working out as well. Now, I feel a very, really big, major sort of shift taking place for you, and this is of course a general reading, so whatever makes sense to you, take that into your heart, and what doesn't, just let it go. But I feel a very strong sort of like a merge, a movement from one point to another point. So it's almost like you might be having one idea going in life, and the universe has got like an entirely different sort of idea going, and you're being invited into this different idea, in a sense of, wouldn't you rather consider this? This may actually work really, really well for you, all right? In relation to soulmate specifically, love specifically, romance specifically, and I feel that you're like sort of on a journey. So for many of you, even if you're in a committed relationship, it's like you're not 100% there, but you're very much on the path, It's almost like maybe some unfinished sort of business that you thought you were done with this, kind of coming back, just to resolve it all. I feel that you might have been a little bit harsh in your judgment somewhere along the line, So maybe just went with someone when perhaps you should have waited a little while before committing, or also maybe cutting off some ties, which you now realize, maybe now's a good time to actually reconsider this. I do get that sort of, oh my goodness, cards going all over the place. I'm going to take the top one that's coming out. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. Let's just put this on the side. And of course, you're more than welcome to also subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed, or follow me on Facebook or Instagram. I've got a reading for you every week. But there's two cards, so let's take those, taking out. It's really like there's some sort of metamorphosis taking place for you. And so in the one moment, you're all very happy and positive, and especially for those of you that are single, you're like, I'm very single, I've got no interest in mingling. And I feel that for many of you, you've been in that space for such a long time, especially for those of you that are what you would call 100% single now. You're like, I'm so single, like I'm so single, and I'm not interested in being anything else. I'm happy to just sort of do what I'm doing right now. And that, funny enough, is taking you to a space where your heart's actually open for everything, like whatever. Your heart is just, I see this one peeking out here. I don't know who you are. I'll have a look at you later on. But yeah, let's see what your cards are saying. Joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. All right. There's a lot of like cycles basically that you completed, that you ended, that you worked through, that you got to the end of. And I feel that many of you are kind of saying that, as I said earlier, you've got one plan, the universe sort of got another plan for you. And it's just, how would I put this? It's almost like, when there's a good opportunity for you in life, but you're not aware of it. So maybe like a job offer or something like that, or whatever, really. So it's almost like somebody says to you, would you like to consider this? I'm so sorry. Would you like to consider this? Would you like to consider that? All right. So you are not being encouraged in any sort of way in life or in romance that you must commit. you know, and obviously as Cancerian myself, you know, sometimes we can really run with something. You know, you can really run with something. Go for the coffee, go for the dinner, have a chat, you know, text each other. Don't try not to have that sort of thing where you want to take things from, she's nice, oh, he's cute, to picturing your whole life for that person, because I don't feel that you are there right now. There's not the energy for you right now. You're in a space where you maybe like to have a little bit more fun. You enjoy your life. Spend some time with yourself. Even if you're in a committed relationship, you may feel that you want to have a little bit of space at the moment. You know, you want to kind of get a little bit of personal space to breathe. All right. I feel that some of you are sort of a little bit at this almost like a gap where you get to just be you or with yourself, you know, and not so much with the rest of life. And you are enjoying this window. You really wanna feel this, you know, this window that is there. Because look at that, some of you, you know, you're tired. You're tired of playing the long game. You're tired of being the one that makes all the plans. You're tired of almost like sort of taking responsibility. You're tired of it, you know. So you want to live very much in the moment, and that is actually strongly encouraged for you, because for a lot of you, these long-term plans are not working out, you know. So you say, I'm going to be there, and you know, or I'm just going to go there for a little while, and then it turns out to be longer, and you're like, oh my goodness, what do I know now? But I feel it's a very powerful and of course, it's a general reading. So as I said, you know, you take what resonates with you, and what doesn't resonate doesn't resonate. I also do personal readings for $12 for 30 minutes downloadable reading. But I feel very much like some of you might have had some bad luck in the sort of love, you know, sort of avenue, where you were very much in the sense of do I stay or do I go type of thing, you know. And I feel it reflected in many different sort of parts in your life. But it's almost like you needed to get through a certain phase to be able to go to a new phase. There we go, coming apart. All right. So I feel it's something that was really, really beautiful, really promising maybe, and I feel almost like this has got more to do with your personal life than romance, so to speak. It's almost like romance doesn't 100%, or like new romance, you know, or taking it to the next level, for example. Maybe like, you know, instead of dating to like engagement, those type of things. For many of you, you may want to hold on just a little bit before making those big sort of decisions, or, you know, those commitments, because you're sort of expanding. You're becoming a very different sort of version of you. You know, you're going into this new sort of cycle, and these things can be very overwhelming sometimes. All right, so breathe into that heart space, giving yourself some time, giving yourself some moment, and seeing where life is taking you. We're clarifying this open your heart space, and I got the Four of Pentacles coming out. Yeah, so many of you were giving it a shot to live in that sort of logical space, you know, to do the logical correct thing. And I feel it didn't really work out. So many of you are returning to the heart space. Many of you are, in a sense, returning to yourself, because you realize for quite a while there, you might have not really been yourself, you know. Or in a situation that might not be 100% you, doesn't 100% correlate. So you're getting back into the heart space, you're asking those profound questions, what does the heart want? And it's beginning to unfold, you know, things are kind of happening, and there's quite a big offer that you're coming in. Okay, so you're living in that heart space. You open to. I feel that many of you, and this is a great space to be in. I feel that many of you are open to a new sort of a different alternative experience of life. Not meaning where you are right now is a bad space, but you're open to something different. There's sort of that curiosity coming through, and life is meeting that and saying to you, sure, you know. So even though it may feel to you, you know, as I said earlier on, that you've got one plan and the universe has got another plan. It's more sort of your sights. It's like some of you know that something is coming. You don't quite know what, but you know something is coming. And so it's almost like you need, it's better for you to know what's coming next to then be able to make your decisions from that point, as opposed to vice versa. Okay. There's like this natural sort of curiosity inside the heart, and you know about it, that I feel life is about to really bless you in an abundantly amazing way, because it says open your heart to joy, and then as it says open your heart to joy, you get a beautiful ace of you know, pentacles there. Especially those of you concerned about money matters, I feel that you've taken the matter out of the mind into the heart space, and many of you have kind of made peace with that situation, and that is why you're getting a peaceful solution. Okay. Where's this a card that flipped around? What happened now? Can't see. Cannot show. Oh, so this card flipped around. I wanted to show you this one, the Ace of Cups, there for exhaustion. Okay, Ace of Cups is all about abundance, prosperity. I feel that for many of you, especially in the life department, but especially in the love department, it's almost like you've given your heart a couple of times, and you could really see a future there, you know, between yourself and someone else, and it didn't quite work out that way. These cards are just flipping around. It's the most amazing thing. So 3 of Wands, your ship's in the harbor, and 7 of Wands. Okay, so many of you are doing that inner work. You're doing that inner work, and you're saying, okay, so it didn't work out before. Many of you are going like, maybe it's me. Maybe it's not actually what I ever really wanted. Maybe I was the one who was sabotaging things, you know? And I feel that many of you are taking a look and saying, what is it that I actually do want in life? And I feel that for some of you, you may have, you know, realized some time ago, or in the process of realizing now, that when you think about what you really, really want in life, when you really think about it and you put in the details, like if you make an actual vision board, or you know, clarity in your mind, then you don't actually know. Okay, that you may have a broad idea, but you don't actually know. And so I feel that many of you are focusing on those moments right now, those moment to moment of, what do I actually really want? You know, what is it that I would really, really, really like to have? And I feel that many of you are becoming so present at the moment that it's almost inevitable not to, you know, not to manifest, because it's sort of like the moment you go out of that powerful sort of manifestation space, it's like you remind yourself again, wait, I have to go back to this. Okay. Page of Cups, again, something coming in. 7 of Swords, a lot of forgiveness, a lot of letting go. Almost like a natural sort of cord cutting, like, you know, it's not for me, it doesn't work for me, letting it go. 6 of Pentacles, new things coming in. All right. I feel that love is sneaking up on you. Love is sneaking up on you. Like you may be busy with many different things, and you don't actually realize that some of you may be involved with a Virgo. You don't realize that it could be a Gemini energy too. It's almost like you're being set up for love without actually realizing it. All right. But somehow you're becoming aware of it. Somehow it's coming into your space of awareness there with the 5 of Swords, the 4 of Cups, and the 2 of Cups. So a proposal is being made to you, and this is quite interesting. It's like this other person understands you really well. It's like they wouldn't approach you just yet. They've got a much better understanding of you. And it's also like you don't really realize what's happening, you know? That this other person may be realizing now is the time to stand a step forward, to make an offer to you, all right? And I want to strongly encourage you to not just reject this offer right away. to sort of offer, you know, to sort of, again, don't have to decide that we're going to be together and paint our walls peach, but don't be completely, you know, closed off to the idea. Wow. Wow and wow. Overall energy, Page of Wands. Let me see. So this coming together, all these cards just came out all at once. So I'm just going to give them all to you. So many of you're stepping away from this previous version. You're becoming a whole new person in a sense. Okay. Stepping away from the things you might have held on to. So maybe you still held some of the previous person's stuff, or you held one of the memories or whatever. And now this person might even say, you know, I'd like to maybe meet you or hang out or whatever, but you're moving away from that space where you can be incredibly good friends for the rest of your life, but you're stepping into a new space. You're realizing almost a futility in making things work that are not working. You know what you want, and so life is giving it to you. So it's interesting, actually. I feel that the materialistic side of things, you know, that you require, that you want, that's really working out for you, and that is actually what makes you be so open to unity. And for those of you that are single, I feel very sudden things happening, sudden interrelationships, very serious long-term relationships, long-term investments. You know, just sort of works, really just sort of works. And the High Priestess confirms that the highest vibrating card in the tarot deck, you are finding your person, like your twin flame. Really, that's amazing. That is so super amazing. I so love that for your Cancer, because I know there's a time when the boat was a bit rocky, you know. So that's really amazing. Let me know about that. Let me know what's happening. Okay, let's travel the journey together and see what's happening. I'm a Cancerian myself, so subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you can see what's happening every week with a reading. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, and if you want to have a personal reading, $12 for a 30 minutes downloadable reading. See you next time. Bye.